Hey everybody, it's Tony and Sarah Zalecki. How are you? And we have a great topic we're going to talk about today, and we're going to talk all about the boomerang and how whether we like it or not, the boomerang totally affects our life in every area. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that and want to know, like, what's the boomerang look like in your life, right? So it's going to be a great topic. If you are just joining us, if you are new, do me a favor, type in new in the comments. If you're watching the replay, you know what to do with the replay. And live, welcome. And we would love to see where you guys are from. So feel free to kind of type in and be proud of where you're living. And even if it's super cold like us, we still love Minneapolis. So we're going to go through great things today.
Yeah, and we are Tony and Sarah, and we love taking people from ordinary to extraordinary, and we love to see you shine. So make that choice to shine, because when you shine, you are so incredible, and you light this world up. Hello, what's up, Carrie?
Francis back. What's happening? Oh
what's
my gosh,
going on?
I love all
what's
of
up,
our
Melvin?
French people
How are
here.
you, man? Lisa, good to see you, Lisa. Hey, Sophie, what is happening? Hello.
Oh my gosh, people are excited about the boomerang
Carrie,
today. We're going to talk about
yay.
the boomerang. Awesome.
Matthias, what's happening, man? Awesome. Lisa. Okay, so let's talk about the boomerang. Drop me a 1 if you ever played with a boomerang before. Have you ever shot a boomerang? Have you ever caught a boomerang? Drop me a 1 if you ever had one of these in your hand before.
Oh, yeah. Or even, how about wanted one? We could drop one. There might not be that many ones that actually get on here.
Oh, Sarah.
What?
Sarah's like, that's me, Tony.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Sophie, look it. Love it. Sophie's like, I had one of these in my hands.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
be careful with that.
Okay.
It makes me a little nervous.
That's funny. So let's talk about this boomerang and how it has a direct, result in your life every single day. Because here's the thing. When you throw a boomerang, guess what happens? You throw it out there, you put some effort into it, right? The more effort you put in it, the further it goes. But what happens is it comes back around and you catch it, don't you, babe?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the story, guys, it's so crazy, right? We all know about the boomerang, right? And it's definitely a little bit of a technique. And, we all know that it reciprocates, whether we like it or not, it comes back. And we were just kind of talking about this today, where it's like, man, think about the boomerang effect that is in our life, right? And it's like the things that I do not so great, right? Or don't give a lot of effort to, when it comes back, it comes back like the same way, that the same amount of effort it is that I put out, right, to begin with. And so, there's really like 3 areas when it comes to the boomerang effect in your life, right? Number 1 is life, right?
Yeah.
And, I think about, like, in our life, if you thought about, like, what's the boomerang that I throw out there with just different things in my life, right? How do I throw out love every day? How do I throw out understanding every day? How do I throw out kindness every day? How do I throw out joy every day? How do I throw out patience every day, right? So if we want more patience in our life, we need to be using this a lot more, like, just, we need to use a lot more, basically, right?
Well, and here's the thing, too, is a lot of us want love, and a lot of us want peace in our life, and we want understanding, and, we want, but we're not throwing the boomerang out. All we're doing is we're waiting for it to show up in our hands again, in our life again, and just happen magically, and it just, oh my gosh, there it is. It's amazing, but no, you've got to put effort in first, babe. You got to put that thing out there.
Exactly.
And you got to, the more you put it out there, the more it's going to come back to you. But here's another thing, too. It doesn't come back the next minute sometimes, or the next day.
Yeah, it takes a little while, right? So you're
takes.
kind of like waiting, and then it finally comes back. But here's the crazy thing, guys, is that you have to make sure, like Tony said, talk about being in the game. When it comes back, it takes a while for it to come back. But for a lot of people, Like, they don't stay in the game long enough for it to come back, especially when it comes to business, right?
Yeah.
So if we talked about the boomerang effect in a business, and for us, obviously we have a home-based business. Think about the things that we have to do every single day. What is a boomerang effect that's happening in our business? And it's really easy, guys, to measure your business based on the boomerang effect, right? So what are the things that we're doing to expand our network, right? What are we doing when we're talking with people? What are we doing when we're doing follow-up, right? So how
we're getting sales, right?
Yeah,
getting
like,
customers,
how
getting
hard
distributors.
Are we throwing this thing out there? Like, are we really throwing it, right? Are we really giving effort, as we're doing it, or is it kind of wimpy? And if it's kind of wimpy and it's not a lot of effort, we can't get upset that our business isn't growing. We can't get upset in life if we want love, if we want patience, but yet we're not giving patience. We're not giving a ton of patience to get a ton of patience back, right?
Yeah.
We seem to, a lot of times we miss that part, right? So it's like the boomerang effect is so powerful. But then also too, the third kind of boomerang effect that's in somebody's life isn't always the most positive, right? It's like the boomerang effect. I tell, a lot of us we're parents, right? And so we tell our kids like, hey, what you do comes back to you, right? Karma, right? It always circles back. Everything always comes full circle. If you guys notice, like, full circle happens in all of our lives. So what does that mean? That means, guess what? If you are gossiping, right, it's going to come back around. Right? If you are mean-spirited, it's going to come back around. If you are complaining, it's going to come back around. If you are jealous, it's going to come back around, right? If you are rude, it's going to come back around, whether we like it or not, because of this. Right?
If you don't want people's best interest, if you just say you do, but you really don't,
yes,
it's going to come back around. If it's always your agenda and not everyone else's agenda, guess what? It always comes back around, no matter what. This never lies because it always comes back, right, babe?
Exactly. So those three things, like, guys, I would look at it and go, hey, so what's the boomerang effect in my life? Like, if you want big things to show up, how are you throwing that boomerang out every day in regards to your life, your personal life, your business, right? And then those other things too, making sure that we're not doing, I don't want to talk about those last things because they're not pretty. They make people really ugly, but focus on like not doing those things, but doing more of the other things, right?
Yeah, and I talk a lot about negative never. That's a big deal for me, and it's always putting great things out and positive things out. But if you're throwing positive things out in every aspect of your life 24/7, guess what's coming back? Great things. People say, wow, Sarah, wow, Tony, how come that person just has an amazing life? It just seems like they don't have any problems. It just seems like, everything's going great for them. It just seems like their personal life is wonderful. Their business is flourishing. They have so many awesome things that continue to happen to them. Well, here's what I would tell you is they throw this boomerang of life in everything they do out, uplifting others, breathing life into people, wishing the best for people, giving, and not wanting things in return, right? They do all the things that makes life so beautiful, babe.
Yeah, you're on a roll, babe.
So here's what I will tell you. The positive part of what we do in life, it's awesome, right? And I will tell you, it's easy to be negative, and you guys know that. It's easy, to complain. It's easy to talk about others. It's easy to get caught up in stuff. But guess what? You know what? It's also pretty awesome, and it's not too hard to be positive and to throw this out every single day with love, with respect, with, an understanding that you want the best for, everyone in this world, and you want to just give them life and let them shine, because that's what this is all about. So anyways, I want to give a special thanks to our friends Linton and Virginia for blessing us in Europe with this awesome boomerang from Australia. So how cool is that? Look at this thing.
Yeah, he really makes me nervous. I think we should do hey, draw me a 2 if you guys think we should do a Facebook Live with Tony actually trying to throw that and get the boomerang to come back. we should actually try to do that. I'm a little bit nervous. We live in a brand new development, so I'm afraid if it hits a new house or something like that, that wouldn't be the greatest thing, but I don't know. Maybe we should try it anyways, right?
So if you got some value out of this, please share it away. Best thing you can do for us is just let's go bless some people with this and let them understand it. It was a great analogy, babe. You nailed it.
Thanks.
So thanks for pouring into the world.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, everybody.